The importance of exercise is so multiplied when you view it from a higher level. It's more than just to look good, which most of us don't care about looking good. It's more than just it'll help us live longer and stronger. It will eliminate so many risks of ailments, colds, flus, uh, Mr. 19 out there. It will fight against all of that. And I know many of you get tired of hearing the technical jargon talking about, the white blood cells and you could defeat type 2 diabetes and learn to keep it in shape. I could say many of those technical jargon, mumbo jumbo little scenarios. But the truth of the matter is, do you want to live forever? Like, literally, you don't know how deep that question can get. Do you want to live forever? Because so much is possible, you don't even think it's possible because it hasn't made it down to our level of life. It's people that figured out a lot of things and they wait until you have developed to a certain level of understanding before you are privied with the privilege, the blessing to be able to grasp this knowledge. So they hand it to you because you are worthy of it. Well, this is what's going on now. Judgment is taking place. And for the next administering of knowledge, of gadgets, of technology, of the next level of things that's going on, God is looking and testing the wills, the spirit of people. And in my community, we are still relinquishing half of our lifespan. Why? We don't want it. We don't want to live to 120. That's just physically. But people have figured out some other stuff, believe me. But I ain't gonna go there because it's not public all the way. Everyone doesn't have the opportunity at this point. All I gotta say to that is get healthy. Live as long as possible because you have no idea what's possible. Welcome to the Foundation for Elevation Station. I thank you with so much sincerity for tuning in right now. I am a person that has been through the struggle. I used to work at Mickey D's. We know who that is. I used to slap them damn chicken nuggets and chicken. This was in like 1993, 94. I used to work with this lady named India, and I used to be eating these things. Like, I survived. I didn't even have to eat at home. I didn't eat at home. I ate that stuff all and take a couple sandwiches with me. Oh man, I was off the hook. Heavy. I was 230, and it ain't far off from there, but it was like sloppy under my clothes. I thought. I know that our people don't have a clear understanding of high blood pressure. When we have high blood pressure, it is not an innocent diagnosis. It is a serious issue because really it is a prerequisite to strokes, to heart attacks. If you don't understand what a prerequisite is, I'll tell you. It's like when you take college courses and you have a major. Your major may be program management. Your major might be anesthesiologist. You have other classes that are like minor classes that you must complete these classes to move on to the major completion. and your degree or master or whatever. So you cannot get strokes or heart attacks without first having high blood pressure. See, high blood pressure is the start to a stroke. When you have high blood pressure, if you continue living life in the same way, you will have a heart attack. You will have an ailment of a valve, of an opening of a blood inlet or outlet from the heart. You will have a cloggage, and they call it a heart attack. Your blood goes to your brain. As you get more and more high blood pressure, it starts to close up the veins and arteries. And when it closes it up, the blood has a tough time coming through. And this is what makes the pressure hard, because it's split. And so your body is struggling, your veins is getting little cracks in it. So little cracks come. And then a lot of the food and nastiness come through, and it's going up in the little cracks. That's like, it's a bad combination of things that happens to our body over time when we are not driving this temple in a maintenancing type of manner. More on that another time. I really believe that I can, have a simplistic understanding of it that I could explain to you, just like here, just like on this video. It's so important for us to remember that exercising is so beneficial on multiple levels. For one, when we sweat, if we are sweating out impurities from in our body. Think about it. We are getting rid of a certain amount of toxins, a certain amount of pesticides, a certain amount of poisons. We are sweating through our skin out of our body. So you would think sweating is a good thing, right? It's a good thing, right? Yeah, let's get it in. We know all the other things, how to fight disease and blah, 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 but we able to sweat out some toxins. Number two, it helps cleanse our pores. As we exercise and we sweat, our pores are being pushed out. The darbus, the nastiness that is in our pores from our head to our toe, is being softened and pushed out. So then it makes it easier for us to cleanse our body. See, we have all the pores, can we able to lightly, or if you real deal, you're scrubbing it in a certain manner and getting a lot more toxins, dirt and trash and things, these impurities out of your skin, out of your body. Skin is our largest organ. Think about it. It's our largest organ in our body, on our body. We just don't realize our skin, it functions and does so many things for us. When we sweat and exercise, it also fortifies and replenishes our red blood cells. What are those? Those are the soldiers that go fight stuff. Listen, if we strengthen our white blood cells, we will have less colds. We will have less 19. We will have these antibodies, these white blood cells, right, go out and they can handle business to defeat any impurity in our blood, in our body. This is what they do. And when we exercise and eat healthy, these soldiers are multiplied. They are empowered to do what they need to do to not only keep us alive and fight against disease, it will help us make the long trip. to what, 100, 120 years young. I hope that this video gives you some type of encouragement to start getting it in, because that's what I'm here for. I could tell you all this technological, all these little medical terms about how the blood and the arteries, and you got to remember about your capillaries and this and that. I know some things about it. Oh, as one point I forgot to mention, it may help you. See, the more greasy or nasty things we eat, it starts to accumulate. And our high blood pressure starts. Now, I don't want to pat myself on the back, but I have some extra abilities. And one of my extra abilities is that to feel. I'm able to feel. I'll keep it real. And when I haven't ran, exercise, and pumped my bloodstream in a while, maybe 3 weeks, 5 weeks. If I'm eating in the wrong manner, when I go and run, I will start itching from my lower back and buttocks and leg and thighs. It will itch, and that itching is my capillaries. I'm able to, the unclogging of the capillaries, it causes a itching. If you dig deep enough on the WebMD and all that, it'll define it to you. I'm able to feel it, like actually. And it itches like crazy. People, so when I ain't work out in a long time, like over the winter months or something, I used to lay off and I had to run for a week to unclog my capillaries. And that's like the beginning of high blood pressure and different deficiencies that, like when you can't get blood to a certain area in your body. And I'm able to feel when this starts to occur inside the body. Well, I encourage people to exercise and watch what you eat. It sounds like a simple thing. It sounds like it's kind of regular talk for us today. But it is so important for our bodies to function with a certain degree of efficiency so we can live and perform and not just live till we're 50 and breaking down. Well, I want to say I love you and I thank you for attending, and I will forever be indebted to you. Love.